The engagement party glittered around me, champagne flutes catching light, pearls of laughter rising over string quartet music. Mark's hand sat heavy on my hip, his thumb rubbing absent circles through the silk of my dress. Then the air changed. A hush fell over our corner of the ballroom. I turned, and Noah. 5 years hadn't softened him. If anything, time had carved him sharper, broad shoulders stretching his charcoal suit, that same unruly dark hair now threaded with the barest silver at the temples. His jawline could cut glass, shadowed with just enough stubble to remind me how it burned against my thighs. Our eyes locked. My champagne flute slipped through numb fingers, shattering between us. Lila? Mark frowned at my trembling hands. You're white as the tablecloth. The lie died in my throat as Noah moved toward us with predatory grace. Congratulations. His voice was deeper than I remembered, rougher. His gaze dropped to my diamond. Did he let you pick it yourself? Mark stiffened. Excuse me? Noah ignored him, those ocean blue eyes seeing straight through me. You hate princess cuts. A flash of memory, us tangled in his sheets, tracing his collarbone as I ranted about jewelry clichés. He'd remembered. I forced a laugh. People change. His knuckle brushed my wrist where my pulse jumped. Not where it counts. Mark's grip tightened. Lila, who is this? Noah smiled, slow, dangerous. An old friend. The lie tasted bitter. Because Noah Carter had never been just a friend. And judging by the heat in his stare, he still wasn't. Noah's POV. 5 years earlier. Lila was late. Again. I checked my watch for the 10th time, grinning when she finally crashed into the cafe, her curls wild from the rain. A thick novel tumbled from her overloaded bag. War and Peace. I scooped it up, arching a brow. Light reading? She collapsed into the booth, breathless. I got distracted. By Tolstoy? By the idea of you sulking here alone. Her foot hooked around my ankle under the table. I caught her wrist, turning it to reveal ink smudges on her fingers. You were writing. Her nose scrunched, that adorable tell. Poetry. Let me guess. I leaned in, inhaling her lavender shampoo. Something tragic about your stupid jawline, she admitted, flushing pink. I kissed her then, tasting coffee and rain. Her fingers twisted in my shirt, pulling me closer. My phone buzzed. Mom's worse. Come home. The world tilted. Lila pulled back, her smile fading. Noah? I forced a grin. Just my dad. I tucked the novel into her bag. Keep it. Something to remember me by. Her laugh was light. Like I could forget you. I memorized her face, the freckle below her left ear, the way her lips quirked when amused. If I'd known that was our last kiss, I'd have made it count. Lila's POV. The balcony air bit my skin as I whirled on Noah. You left me a note. My voice cracked. 26 words after 2 years together. His Adam's apple bobbed. I had to. Bullshit. I shoved his chest, but he didn't budge. You didn't even fight for us. Moonlight carved shadows across his face, the face I'd traced with trembling fingers the night before he vanished. His scent, that same cedar and lemon soap, wrapped around me like a taunt. I was fighting for my mother, he gritted out. Stage 4 pancreatic cancer. She died 6 weeks after I got home. The words hit like a sucker punch. My hands fell limp at my sides. You never told me. You were midterms at Columbia. Your dad just got sober. His thumb brushed a tear I hadn't realized escaped. I couldn't ask you to drop everything for my disaster. I recoiled. That wasn't your choice to make. Then why are you marrying him? Noah stepped closer, his heat searing me. Mark doesn't know you take your coffee with 2 sugars but pretend it's 1. He's never made you laugh so hard you snort. You settled, Lila. The truth burned my throat. The sliding door opened. There you are. Mark's voice. Noah's eyes held mine, pleading. I made my choice. I need air, I told Mark. Alone. As the door clicked shut, Noah exhaled shakily. Say it, he whispered. I closed the distance between us. Noah's POV. She was so close I could count the gold flecks in her eyes. Lila's breath hitched as my thumb traced her jaw, the same way I had 100 times before, back when I had the right to touch her. The engagement party's music muffled through the glass doors, a distant hum beneath the roar of my pulse. Tell me to leave, I whispered. Her fingers twisted in my shirt. I should. But. Her lips parted, those lips I'd memorized the taste of. But I can't. I leaned in, our mouths a breath apart. Lila? Mark's voice shattered the moment. She jerked back, her diamond catching the light like a warning. I stepped away, my chest hollow. Game over. Lila's POV. Noah's face shut down like a vault. That look, I knew it. The same one he wore the day he left. The one that said asterisk I'm already gone. Mark frowned between us. Everything okay? Noah straightened his cuffs, the perfect picture of indifference. Congratulations again. He didn't look at me as he walked away. My stomach bottomed out. Mark squeezed my hand. Who was that? I watched Noah disappear into the crowd, his broad shoulders cutting through the room like a knife. Nobody, I lied. The champagne tasted like salt. Lila's POV. The wedding dress hung like a ghost in my closet. I twisted the engagement ring, princess cut, too flashy, just like Mark, until my finger turned red. Noah's words echoed. You settled. My phone buzzed. Mark's 5th call tonight. I silenced it. The balcony doors rattled in the wind. Rain sheeted against the glass, blurring the city lights into watercolor streaks. Like that cafe window 5 years ago, the last time Noah kissed me. I opened my texts. Meet me. Now. The response was instant. Noah, where? My fingers hovered. The ring glinted, mocking me. I typed the address of our old spot, the 24-hour diner where we'd shared pancakes at 3 a.m. after finals. Where he'd first said I love you between bites of syrup-drenched bacon. Noah, 30 minutes. I yanked the ring off. It clattered against the marble countertop. Noah's POV. She was late. Again. I checked my watch, the diner's neon sign casting pink light over the cracked leather booth. The same one where I'd memorized her laugh. The bell jingled. Lila stood in the doorway, soaked from the rain, no ring on her finger. Her chest rose and fell like she'd run the whole way. I stood slowly. Hi, she breathed. The word hung between us, fragile as the diner's flickering fluorescence. I cupped her face, my thumb brushing her cheekbone. Hi. Her lips found mine, tasting of rain and recklessness and home. Some choices take 5 years. Some take 1 heartbeat. Noah's POV. The terminal buzzed with noise, announcements, rolling suitcases, the hum of too many people in one place. I checked my watch. 11:58 a.m. She was late. Again. But then. A blur of chestnut curls and a familiar lavender scent. Lila skidded to a stop in front of me, her duffel bag slipping off her shoulder. Hi, she panted, cheeks flushed. I stood slowly, my chest tight. No ring on her finger. No hesitation in her eyes. Hi, I said, cupping her face. Her lips crashed into mine, warm and sweet and right. Her fingers twisted in my shirt, pulling me closer like she was afraid I'd disappear. I kissed her back, pouring 5 years of I'm sorry and I love you into it. When we finally broke apart, she laughed against my mouth. Took you long enough. I brushed a curl behind her ear. Worth the wait. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe.